Oh.
gefahren. Ja, das ist gut. Gut sind verboten. Streng verboten. Ja.
Oh my god.
Have we started yet?
Weird that those are upside down.
Oh.
Which ones are upside
upside
down?
down.
Oh, the Schurs.
Oh man.
I mean, they still work though. I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, but
Do you want me to turn
It-
upside down?
yeah.
Do I
You
need to
you need to
turn
switch
upside
it.
down?
Yes.
Or
Turn it like
slide.
this.
Leah, would you please? There you
Okay,
go.
there,
There we
that's
go.
better.
Nice.
Perfect. Now it doesn't bug us.
Backwards before.
Hey.
Does me being mobile with the mic hurt it at all? This is my first time.
Have
Usually
these
it's right
pretty
here, but
sensitive
now
cables.
that I have lemon pants, I want to like take
Well,
it back.
You got a little
take my-
confidence with those lemon
Yeah, those are just.
Yeah, they're
showing
great.
your
Aren't they great?
confidence.
Yeah.
But everything in my
so
teeth.
you're gonna
Indeed.
Wear those all the time.
This is my best
Why
outfit
do
to.
you like five?
Want to get 5?
Do you
I could.
Do you like lemons?
Do I like lemons? I do, especially with sugar. But but what I love is lemons on pants.
How do you feel about limes on pants?
Limes on pants, not as good as lemons on pants. But I would say I wouldn't hate them.
What about limes in drinks versus lemons?
Limes in drinks versus lemons. I prefer a lemon in a drink. Actually, depends on what I'm having.
Yeah.
I don't drink anymore, but my usual go-to was water and vodka because I was still trying to be healthy while being inside of a bar and stuff.
Speaking of which, Chase is a health coach.
I am a health coach.
Ooh,
I help people reverse type 2 diabetes and lose weight.
nice. You taking on clients?
Yeah. I helped this woman. She lost 90 pounds in 7 months.
Wow.
She was at 215, and her diabetes was really bad. Her A1C was like 10.7. I know a lot of people don't know what that means, but it's bad.
Okay.
And she had to get her toe amputated. So she was like ready, like, what do I need to do to get better? She's 5 feet tall, and she weighed 215 pounds, so if that gives you an idea.
So how much of that was exercise versus eating?
So here's what's great. She couldn't exercise because of her amputation, so that was all just eating the right foods.
Interesting.
Well, not eating the wrong foods, more.
Do you like introduce like fasting or anything like that, or is it all just like what you are eating?
You
You're
know,
switching it.
Fasting will help you lose weight, but it's hard for people to do that. A lot of people get really anxious about it, but most people can do intermittent fasting. So you should at least do 12 hours of not eating. That's actually hard for some people.
Yeah, that's.
But even just an extra hour, if you can add an hour. But if you could do like a 16-8, so eat in an 8-hour window, and then you're not eating for 16 hours, that can really speed up the weight loss.
That's where I'm at now. I'm riding that wave of 12, 16. I've tried for days too, but like that gets hard for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I first heard of it, it was like I didn't know if I was going like 4 hours without, like, I was always snacking.
Yeah.
You know, it's so different, or it wasn't brought to my consciousness that was something that we should
what's
do.
the longest you've ever gone?
Longest I ever went was in quarantine. I believe I went for 2 days, close to 2 days.
48 hours? Water fast?
Yeah, just water and
Wow.
coffee.
That's
That's
pretty,
probably
okay.
and coffee.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but that's
But-
like the hardest part, those first 2 days, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was weak. I was having trouble getting out of my couch. Like I'd like stand up and like
Yeah.
kind of start losing some sight, and I was like, okay, I'm pushing my limits here, but
Yeah, so if you make it to 72 hours, that's when you're actually your body's really gonna switch to ketosis, and then it gets a little easier. I actually did the longest I ever did was a 26-day water fast. Sounds crazy to people, but it wasn't that crazy when I was doing it. I mean, it was hard, but you can do that.
mhm.
I could have gone longer actually. I had more fat reserves, but that was actually the most time I could take off work. But
Interesting. Well, what's your regular fast then?
my regular fast, I don't really practice intermittent fasting like religiously. I try to do it, but like just my schedule is really wonky sometimes. Like oftentimes, like I work until like I teach music lessons, and I'll teach until like 9
Okay.
in the evening, and then it's like I want to eat food, right? So then I can't have the perfect thing, but I eat a raw vegan diet, so like I'm eating pretty well. when I'm
Interesting.
Eating.
That's awesome. So did you go to school for being a nutrition coach, health coach,
No,
stuff like
I
that?
just got into it myself, reading studies and watching stuff on YouTube. Basically, is how I got into it.
Awesome.
But yeah, I went to school for music production.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Where at?
McNally Smith. It actually closed down. I think a couple years ago now, but it was a cool school when it was open.
R.I.P. I've never heard of it. Where was it? In Minnesota?
Yeah, you just saying IPR? Were you trying to say IPR?
Oh, R.I.P.
RIP. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Academy. Yeah, IPR is like the really big one, but yeah, McNally Smith. It wasn't St. Paul. It was like, I don't know if you've ever heard of
For a long time.
there's one out in Boston that's like a sister school. I can't think of the name, but yeah, it was sad to see it go, but that's what happens when people get put in administrative positions that shouldn't be.
I got you.
Right, Keith? That's what happens.
So you got your teammates over here. Do they get free health advice from you?
Oh
free.
God, everyone gets free health advice and free fruit too. Don't tell anyone.
Oh,
But I got a rule.
lemons.
Well,
No.
no, I mean I do it on occasion, but if someone asks me for fruit, I have to give it to them. It's one of my rules. Even though
Really?
I
We
read
get bananas
Do you have?
yeah,
quite often.
At gigs, he'll bring bananas.
bananas or
Do you-
oranges.
do you have-
Oranges are really good. Oranges are juicy fruits, so they
And
really
can we-
rev you up.
Can I ask you how many bananas is the most you've ever eaten in one
So
sitting?
I have a YouTube video. I have a YouTube channel called Chase to Health, and I eat 31 bananas in one sitting. It's the most I've ever done.
What's this YouTube channel?
It's called Chase to Health.
Chase
So
to
I'm-
Health, and
yep.
you ate 21 bananas.
31.
31.
31?
In one sitting.
In one sitting.
Did you? And you had like a witness.
No, I just filmed it.
I guess the camera is the witness, but
Yeah.
it could have been edited, man.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been, but
I
just,
believe 'em.
I sat
You
there
believe
and ate. I mean, why?
I'm
Why
pretty
would
sure I
I?
ate 31 Bismarck.
No, and
for
actually,
me.
what's funny is I planned to eat 30 bananas, and I could eat one banana, so that's why I did 31 bananas. I could actually eat one more.
Wait, what about that last banana?
what?
It got down or it didn't?
No, it did, but I'm saying I originally planned for 30. But then I was like,
Oh,
God,
it
if
had
I
to
can
show
eat
up.
another banana, I probably
Wow.
should. But ideally, I wouldn't recommend eating that many. It was
Kinda like
well,
when
you-
he looks
it was
at me
uncomfortable.
after the solo's been like 4 times through. And it was only supposed to be 3, and he looks at me like, "Can I do one more?" It's like that.
yeah.
So you had to do one more. You didn't go to 32 though. That last one hurt.
No. I didn't want to like. I was set, dead set. I'm not gonna.
He
throw
ran
up.
out of bananas.
Actually, I had reserves in the garage.
The
I had to
store
go.
was
I had to
out.
go grab one out
God.
of the garage. But here's the trick, though. Here's the trick. Okay, we want to know the trick. They gotta be perfectly ripe. Okay. If you try to eat some bananas that are just yellow, it's not gonna work.
What do you mean, just yellow?
Oh, because they'd be like squishier or like go
Well,
down easier.
When bananas are green, they are like starch. They're like a complex.
So you shouldn't eat that?
Well, you can, but it's going to be a lot more filling, okay? And it's not going to really digest. It's going to be more for your gut bugs. But once the starches sit for a while, they break down into sugar and water, and then that's why if you take like green bananas and you put in a smoothie, it like barely liquefies. If you take like bananas that are going brown, put them in a smoothie, like they liquefy, right? So that just liquefies in your
Don't
stomach.
they taste like brown bananas?
I think they taste good, but
Sugarier too.
they're
thick.
sweeter. They're sweeter, and they're easier to digest, and it's like
Interesting.
money all day.
Well, it's like the hot dog eating competitions where they like dunk the hot dogs before they put it in, like make it more like.
Leah does
Yeah, if
those.
it's wet, if it
Yes.
the water, you
You
need that
do-
water to
You dunk your hot
digest it.
dogs?
Yes, she does. I've seen
I
it.
dunk everything. I dunk my hamburger.
Do you really?
Because I'm a messy eater. Otherwise it's falling out.
Wait, you dunk it in your
Wait.
water glass?
No,
I feel like that would
ketchup or
make it
whatever.
messier.
In what? Oh, in ketchup.
Yeah, like ketchup or mustard.
Okay, that's yeah.
I feel like that'd make it messier.
No, it doesn't. It's all just in one. No. Otherwise it's I have to have like tons of napkins. Just a messy
I guess it comes with practice.
eater. Yeah.
System Sunday Showcase at Prince Music Company. By the way, I'm sitting down with the Rattlers. Facebook.com/The RattlersMN. That's for you guys to know. Facebook.com/The RattlersMN. That's I like your Blockbuster shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank
Did you work at Blockbuster?
What happened?
You work at Blockbuster?
No, but I'm sorry, I dozed a bit. My daughter did years ago, back when it was still around.
Is that your daughter's shirt?
Yes. it is,
Yeah, when
Yeah,
she
I-
was 12.
You guys,
well, I mean, if it fits, wear it, right? That's
Roger's been the same size, weight.
Yeah,
for
speaking of
40
fasting, I can
years.
talk about fasting when I was in
40
high school.
years he's-
In wrestling, that was awful. But
Oh yeah, you had to get your
what
weight
what
right.
weight class do you wrestle at?
98, and then for tournaments and stuff, I got down to I think 90.
Yeah, that's a
It
that's a
was
di-
a-
that's a that's almost a different. That's like a competitive fast in a way.
Yeah, it was a brutal sport. I really didn't like it very much. But anyway, yeah.
You ever wrestle women?
Yes.
You did.
Yeah.
Really?
That's all I wrestled pretty much.
Oh, you wrestled in the
Oh,
women's
like Andy
class.
Kaufman.
Yeah. I was in the it was a whole women's team.
So when did you transition, Roger?
That's kind of a long story, and
Okay, yeah, we won't get into it.
I'm kind of halfway there right now, so I'm not,
It's looking good.
Thank you.
Whatever
Thank
you're
you
doing, looks really good.
I just did.
And just in case we missed it, is your wife's birthday today?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Happy birthday to Holly.
Yep.
We
And,
already called her saying happy birthday to her.
Yeah, I had to bring that up. That's cool. You guys can go like full acapella as a group together. That's
Yeah, we can.
yeah,
I wouldn't recommend it.
yeah, just not tonight though.
just not tonight.
We won't do Sandman, let's put it down.
Oh God. No, that
Oh,
was. Yeah.
That's funny though. Have you guys ever seen the last blockbuster on Netflix?
Yeah.
That one actually
that's
just
kind
came
of why I
through.
did the shirt.
Oh, that's why he came with the shirt. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the first thing my mind went to. I love it. Blockbuster's still vintage now. There's only one left, and
Yeah,
it
one
just
left.
gets all the business.
But I can't
'cause
remember where it is though. Do
It's
you
like a
know?
museum.
Bend, Oregon.
Yeah. Okay.
Bend, Oregon. There were like the last four, like three of them were in Alaska. The last one was in Bend, Oregon, and somehow all three Alaskas fell off.
It's
so
like one lady that runs it, and she goes to the store and buys DVDs and brings them over
Yeah.
there. And,
We were just talking about how fun it was to like bring the family there.
yeah, it was an
as a
experience.
kid,
I
you
think
know,
a lot
just,
of people miss it,
yeah,
not just
sitting around and
older people, but you go there and you
treats.
smell the popcorn. You can look at all the movies and
That
turn them
was-
over. And
Oh,
I
I
still owe him $7,800 late fee.
yeah.
believe that.
yeah, I do believe
That's probably why they're closed.
they're
Goes down.
they're all VHS too.
Back room.
This whole closet's full
Back
of
room
VHS.
Johnny.
The beta.
I love that content. I love it because there would be like they're the last one there, so there's people coming all over the world from Spain going back to Blockbuster there, and not to ruin the whole like thing, but like they'll interview the people and they'll be like some of the best years of my life were working at Blockbuster and
almost like
things
a
like that, and
museum, you know, just
I'd bring
go see
like
it.
people there, especially like
Yeah.
5 years from now, like or if I ever have kids, be like you have no clue what this is, but
Yeah.
trust me, in 2004 I was like running up and down all these aisles like.
Yeah, my sister used to work at Blockbuster, and there's some pretty interesting like training videos you can watch on YouTube. It's if you ever get a chance. It's pretty like, especially the ones from 1990. It's like ridiculous.
Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
90s training.
Like it's like they're meant for the employees to learn, and it's like really
Oh.
cheesy.
Oh, I love
It's
those.
like, it's like some guys like talking to her on like the TV, and it's a young teenage girl. Anyway, that's random, but it's amazing if you get a chance.
90s
There's-
training videos are definitely an aesthetic.
Yeah, there's one for like Country Kitchen Buffet. It's really great. Yeah, I mean, there's hours of these. Knock yourself out. Seriously.
Okay, Chase, first job. What was your first job?
My first job, I worked at a candy store, a candy general store. I was 14 years old, and legally I wasn't supposed to be working, I think.
General store on 7?
Yeah, I think well, actually, I might have been 10 or 11, now that I remember, when I started working there. So the guy working there, there was it's like a community general store, and so you could put money in for your kids to go there and get, so everyone had an account. So what he would do is, like, me and my buddy, he would just create an account for us and just write it in. And, like, we would wash his car, like, whatever. And so we got free food and candy from this guy who was, I guess, technically kind of stealing from it was a cod store. Ugh. But those are great memories, working for candy. And, I was a big sweet tooth when I was a kid.
Yeah, yours.
Well, I had kind of two at the same time as during the summer, and I helped out with the summer school. This teacher helping to grade their paperwork and stuff. But the other one was working at the middle school, with the janitor, and they had carpet everywhere, and I had to go around with this freeze spray and get the gum off the carpets everywhere. It was awful. I thought
That's
it
a
was
great
so
job.
humiliating. Yeah.
Roger.
Such a specific duty.
I was a waiter at Hooters, which it was true.
Really?
That was your
That's
first
your first?
It wasn't Hooters though. It was Embers.
Oh,
And then I
Embers.
always say Hooters because then it changed to Hooters.
That's
Embers.
And now it's
God's
not
name.
Hooters, it's I think Denny's. But I remember, and I was too afraid to go out and wait on a table, and I knew some gals there that worked with me. They just laughed so hard because I go, I'm not going out there. They just died laughing like, that's your section, that's your table, you have to go out there. And I said, I'm not going out. I was too nervous.
Pika, what was your first job?
Well, I was working
Pika.
Pika's first job.
Sorry,
Boys.
just yell.
She's been
He says
she's been
no,
she's been
not
teaching
enough.
lessons for
That's a tough
telemarketer.
one. That's hard to
Wow.
do.
Yeah.
That's right.
Keith Ekstrom, what was your first job?
I worked for Uncle Orv.
What?
Uncle Orr.
Oh, what'd you do?
Can you
Ran a
say?
drill press all day.
Oh,
Go out
man,
and
no
get
wonder.
stone and then it's
One of your biceps are huge.
How old were you, Keith? Working for. Can you get a little closer to the mic?
Yeah.
Got to bring it back over to the Keith section
Hang on.
here.
We don't normally give him a
Also,
mic, so
who's
he has
Uncle
no idea
Uncle
what to
Orb
do with
or
it.
Orb? He's your uncle. His uncle. Okay, gotcha. How old were you?
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, he has some acid reflux. It just happens, but he's fine.
You okay?
He didn't have a seizure, so
Yeah, you missed some of the water there.
All right, Keith. What about you?
Keith, how about you?
You start that up.
I can't beat that one.
What's your first job?
My first job was at a Super America station in Brooklyn Center, right next door to where I lived. And I worked there for 1 week, and it was in the days where you had to get stamps out of a machine and give them to the customer and check their oil and wipe their windshields.
Ooh.
It was awful, and it was raining one day, and I pulled the stamps out of the machine. The whole roll came out, rolled across the driveway, soaking wet. I walked in with the roll, set it on the counter, and left. That was it.
Oh, no.
1 week I lasted. How about you?
Well, hey, a
young
job's
man?
a job's a
Yeah.
job. Well, I believe my first job was probably working for my mom. My mom's law office, so I would like clean her office and like the building she worked in, and would also play receptionist and fun stuff like that. Maybe I'd also mow a lawn here or there through my mom or my dad. But it was yeah, that was my first job.
There's a law office? What was it?
Yeah, Sipalaw Law Office.
Is your mom a lawyer?
Yes, my mother is a lawyer. Family law, a bunch of other law.
Office of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
No, not that one. Definitely not. Well, I would love to get some music questions in here before we can let you guys go. Get you guys out before 7. I love seeing you guys' vibes on stage. You guys are very you guys look like you have a great relationship with music. And a question for you guys out here would be, do you guys experience any pain or certainly persistence in your music, or is what you guys are working towards, or where you guys are experiencing? I guess what you guys are trying to work for, is that non-music related? Is music more of an escape, or are you guys making a calculated push with your music career?
I think for our band, which I wish most bands would do and they don't, we really try to play to whatever crowd we're working with. And if they yell out a song, if we kind of know it, we'll play it.
Or we'll learn it during the break.
Yeah, or we'll learn
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
So we're not these hard guys that get up there all with an attitude. We kind of go out there trying to entertain the people.
Yeah, and
I
we'll
think we're all
have a
into
set
that.
list, but we'll, depending on what the crowd is, we'll change it. We'll just change it around.
Between us, we know virtually every song.
Oh, we do.
We'll
know
listen
a
to it
lot.
over the break.
We do, yeah,
on
we do know
on
a lot.
Spotify, and then try to do it.
I think it's just to have fun. I mean,
Right.
that's
You guys good?
kind of the
None of
main
us,
point,
to
right?
my knowledge,
We don't take it.
maybe Roger, but none of us really have this.
Egos?
aspiration
Is that what
to-
you're saying?
Yeah. Well, to make it big, we just want to have fun.
Yeah.
But
I think everyone should
for
have
the
that
last-
mentality,
For the
honestly.
last 2 years, we've played, not last year because of COVID, but 2 years prior, we played over 70 shows a year. So for just having fun, that's pretty good, I think.
So a lot of people who watch the podcast could be an artist just standing out, and for a lot of people, it's a big next step is finding that jam, finding that band, and so I'm interested to hear how you 5 came together to become the Rattlers.
You go ahead, Leah.
Yeah.
Well, I think initially it was Roger and I from the start, pretty much. We had a couple other guitar players, And then we both.
When was the start, by the way?
Keith Ekstrom? This is probably 8 years. Well, originally,
Yeah.
Roger
That's probably in the
and I,
80s,
like
yeah.
30 years ago. 30 years ago, Roger and I played together in a band called Crosswinds, right?
Glam rock.
Yep, glam rock. We actually did like a interview like this for KQRS. We're on the KQRS Homegrown album, and then got together again. What, about 10 years ago now?
Yeah.
And
Years later.
Yeah, years later, found out we still lived in the area. We decided we'd dive back in, and so we found a couple guitar players initially. Decided that 2 guitar players was too it muddled
yeah.
things up too much for our style. So we always liked him. He was playing Keith Ekstrom was playing in a different band, so we stole him from that band. And then you next? Or
Yep.
Chase next.
I think it's Leo, yeah.
And Leo was next
Yeah,
to
Leo.
join, and we kind of met through a mutual friend, Amy.
Yep.
And she came over, and she was nervous, and
As,
she's
as
like,
usual.
got
I'm going down to some weirdo's basement. What's going on here? Anyway, so she joined, and then Chase soon after, and that's what 2 or 3 years now for you?
Yeah, it's been probably a few years. Yeah.
4 years.
Yeah.
4 years. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So about
count
10
the COVID
for
year.
kind of this group.
That's awesome. How bringing these two on, did that change the genre or I guess the vibe of the band at all? Because I see her in the middle as the lead singer here. How did that kind of work?
I think that well, maybe Chase likes to ham it up a little on stage, but
Sometimes I like to ham.
the other 3 of us don't want anything to do with the front angle. I used to sing probably 60% of the songs when you first started, and I never really enjoyed being that front person. She likes that, he likes that, so it fit perfectly.
All right, I got 2 questions. We'll go round table with them, and then I'll let you guys go. We got to do it. What's your favorite spot at Mall of America?
Go Chase.
Yeah, well, it's obviously Prince Music Store. Yeah, I mean, wow.
I liked your jingle, by the way.
Oh yeah,
We might
yeah.
use it.
Yeah, if you, yeah, definitely. That was, you can use that. Yeah.
Prince
Definitely.
Music Store.
Yep, yeah, it's great. They got shark capos, which are really, really sexy. Can I say sexy? Can you say sexy these days?
Yes, you can.
They were sexy shark capos.
Hey, we're trying to smooth the whole mall. You got another spot in here you like? That's not Camp Snoopy. We love Camp Snoopy, but we also love Nickelodeon Universe.
Yeah, Nickelodeon Universe. I mean,
SpongeBob is cool.
It was fun. I came a few years ago with my girlfriend, and we went to the Nickelodeon Universe. It was fun. I mean, we were all lit up on tequila, and how could you not have a good time at an amusement park?
Of
Right?
course.
So, yeah,
Gonna stick with it.
I don't have a lot of stores like I go to. I can't think of anything. I mean, except for obviously
For Prince Music Company,
Store.
obviously.
Yeah, this is
The
a
first
great
place you go.
store. Absolutely. So I'm going to go the opposite way. I like the Rainforest Cafe.
Oh, I like that too.
It's just, I don't know, kind of magical, especially, bringing your kids there, and it's just fun. So, yeah.
Oh, what about the Mirror Maze? I totally forgot. Have you ever
Oh,
done
I've
that?
never been there.
I haven't done it yet. I'm
It's
bad
worth-
with mirror mazes.
It's worth doing. I mean, definitely don't take acid. Take it when you're in the maze. Don't take it
Okay.
before, because you
Don't
want to be
take it
you
at
want
all.
it you want it to climb as you're in there.
Yeah,
or
that's right.
eat 32 bananas before you go.
32 bananas.
Yeah, or you could do you could do you could put
One or the
mushrooms.
other.
32
You could
bananas
eat
before, and then the
Make a
algae
smoothie
stirring.
with some mushrooms, some psychedelic mushrooms. Yeah, but take it
Yes.
right before, because you don't want to be tripping when you go in. You want to trip when.
Yeah, when it gets
I'd
good.
wait.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. So
the
32
Mirror Maze is cool
yeah.
too. It's almost as cool as Prince Music.
Roger?
Crave stands out.
Crave is good.
Oh, yeah, that is
Crave
good.
Oh,
Actually,
yes.
done some work for them,
We
some
like
That's probably the
installs.
place I would go if I had to
Yes,
go
we
eat.
like Cam and K-Van at Crave. They're good men. They own it, and have given us a lot of work over the years doing acoustical installations. Haven't they, Roger?
Yes, they have, and the food's awesome. I love going
Very
there.
good.
So, yeah.
Good drinks, too.
Yeah, everything. Yep.
Indeed.
Next room, you're up.
Oh, well, Prince's Music by far is my favorite place in the mall. My next favorite place is the Exit.
Hey, roll with it. Cut.
Cut the feed. Cut the feed.
There it
Oh my
goes.
gosh.
There it
Look
goes.
what you did.
What he meant to say is,
Prince music is pretty great.
Well, that's a given.
That's
I was gonna say
right.
that
But
first.
I will say that I've been to the Mall of America 3 times in my life, this being the 3rd time. First time I came here, it was Camp Snoopy, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
on?
It's Nickelodeon now, right?
And had a bad experience. My wife and I were just walking around to look around, and we'll just say we were accosted by some ruffians. So we left. We did not like the experience. I haven't been back. I came back one time about a year ago.
With a gun.
It was my no guns, because my granddaughter was dancing out in the rotunda somewhere.
Oh yeah.
And this is my 3rd.
And I love it during Christmas time. It's so beautiful here to walk
Indeed.
around. Yeah.
It is very like fairy tale-esque.
It is. Mhm.
Running it. Ain't that right, Rick? What? Working at the store, man. Hey, come over here. This is Rick's dedicated 5 minutes.
I just want to
How's
hear
it
Rick
feel?
talk.
Yeah,
That's
Just-
right.
Just say something.
kinda
Rick,
got a
here's your
Wolfman
question.
jacket
How's it
on.
feel? You've been here about not just a month, but a couple weeks here at Mall of America. How's the fairy tale that is Prince Music Company at Mall of America?
I love it, man. I love it. I couldn't be more in my element unless I was on stage playing. I mean, this is great. You get to see all kinds of people from all over the world, country. You know, I had a family come in here the other day. I fixed a violin for them from China, and they bought me a big jar of candy. It was cool, yeah. It was nice until I ate all the candy. It was a little tough. But yeah, no, I love it, man. This is where it all is, man. I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, I get to meet people, and I get to talk to people. I love talking. I love talking.
We are live.
He's watching the.
Yeah, that's right, that's right.
He's talking.
That's right. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys get back to your business.
Thank you.
And hey, no problem.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah,
for having
it's
us.
fun.
I'm gonna show up at one of you guys' gigs, man. I'm gonna get up and throw down with you guys. All right?
play some
Good.
harp.
Yeah, no doubt.
You're welcome.
The Mustang Sally or something.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
we
Say he
appreciate.
wants
Yeah,
that
we,
one,
yeah, we appreciate you guys coming on. The Rattlers, you guys have got a wine bar coming up this Saturday.
It's a
Winery extravaganza.
Winery and
Sovereign
Sovereign
Estates.
Estates Winery out in
Waconia.
Waconia.
On the 28th.
That is a
Yeah.
very nice place.
It's
really
the 29th, I think.
29th.
It's
Saturday the
Saturday.
29th.
Saturday.
You're outdoor, right?
Huge pavilion.
Yes,
If it's weather's bad, we go inside. If it's nice, we're outside.
Yeah, and it's noon to 9, so noon to 9 p.m. And it's called the Red, White, and Blues Festival, and we play 3 to 6.
You guys
We're the
play
middle
3 to
band.
6. Gotcha.
And
3
that
bands will
was
be there.
Our,
Yep.
Pretty much our last gig before COVID,
Mm.
which was like,
Yeah, eight
or 9 months
eight or
ago?
9 months ago. Yeah, we played. That was the last gig we played. So
so not that we were rusty today at all. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you
I'm
got.
just saying. I was fine. I had no
Glad to get your warm up in.
And I always play an electric drum, so I don't know what the problem was, but
That's
It was
beautiful.
fun. It was a great experience.
yeah, that's cool.
it was fun.
We're happy for it.
Thanks
Yep.
for letting
Yeah,
us
thanks
Yeah.
again so much for coming on the show, guys. If one of you guys wants to answer one last question, again, for the aspiring artists at home, if you have any advice whatsoever, high level, that you need to hear from people in a band, people going out doing what they love, what advice would you have for an aspiring artist today?
I would say don't settle for being in a band with bad people, because there's a lot of good people that you can be in a band with. I was in bands with people that were just drama queens sometimes, and Leah, she can be pretty bad sometimes, but
I thought
not.
you were going to say Roger.
Oh, Roger too, but
Right
not
up there,
nearly
yeah,
what
yeah.
I dealt. And so there's a lot of great musicians out there. So just don't. It's just not, even if they were really good, it's just not worth it, because like life is short. And
Right,
like,
if
you
it's
should-
stressful and makes you anxious, it just
Yeah.
And we get along.
yeah, we get along really.
Really
That's what's
well
been
together,
really
so
nice
We've
about.
never had a battle or argument.
Yeah, and I've
think
had
so.
like one time, actually, I was doing a show for Keith hired my band to play, my earlier band, and my drummer got so mad at the guitar player that he literally just picked
just
up in
stopped.
mid-show and took his drums and just left us.
Oh, there was some expletives thrown around.
Oh well, the guitar player was swearing, and he was being a total, dick.
A total
And-
D.
And yeah, so I was just like, okay, I can't handle this, and like I just like, you don't have to deal with that, just find good people, and if you don't, just do a solo thing until you do,
Mhm.
Good advice.
That's what I'd say, because life is short, man.
Although I'll have to say, with that, if you want to do it, do it. You know, people are like, oh, that looks like so much fun. I can't believe, I could do that. And like, just do it. Just go out and.
Yeah, Leah, what was the story about? Like, you wanted to find a band, and then her friend hooked it up.
Yeah,
Like, so
right.
you always
right,
wanted to be in
right,
a band. You
right,
weren't in a band before
correct.
this, right?
Well, I was,
Oh.
but it was years back. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, I think anybody can do it. Just pick up a guitar or whatever. Learn it. There's all kinds of stuff. Just do it. Move forward. Move forward.
I think I've been doing this for 40 years, and I can tell you that there's hundreds of bands that never get out of the basement. It's easy to be in a band, but hard if you want to play gigs. It's a lot of work to get shows. And a lot of those great musicians never get hurt because they never get out of the basement because they don't have a person in the band to promote them properly.
Yeah, and
Like
Keith
Keith.
here's like a champion.
He's a monster
He's
at
a
bookings.
champion.
I just know a lot of people.
Yeah.
And they owe me favors.
And for a part-time band doing over 70 shows a year, it's almost like, my gosh.
Yeah.
And what did we do one weekend? Played like 3 or 4 shows in a weekend.
Yeah.
And we're at some on Mapped or something where there's multiple bands. Like, how many shows you guys play a year? It's like, I don't know, like 70 or something. Oh. What about you? 2 or 3,
Yeah, no, I mean,
So, it's actually really lucky to have someone that, has the knowledge and has been around, and Keith's been around forever.
yeah, and a lot of my other musician friends, like when COVID happened, like their gigs dried up in, I don't know, probably June or whenever, or July or whenever it was that the bars closed, and we played until October. we were playing.
We played until the
So I was
outside
like,
bars couldn't take us anymore.
I was so
Yeah.
grateful. I was like, wow, I'm still playing, and my other friends are just, not.
Yeah.
So it's the booking is because playing show, like, you can be great in your basement, but until you get on stage, you don't know how it's gonna work until you try it. So
Absolutely. Well, Rattlers, thank you again so much for joining me. I see exciting times ahead now that we're heading into the later half of 2021 for you guys. You guys are hitting the road. You guys are getting after it. Again, appreciate you guys coming. Prince Music Company. I'm your host, The System Sunday Showcase. As always, trust the system and look at these lemon pants. They're amazing. And we'll see you next.